Hey, what is going on, everyone? How are we doing? Hope you all had a great weekend. But we're back with another watch list. So first things first, thank you so much for checking them out. I've been enjoying making them. Again, they help me learn, and they're just fun to make. They help me really understand my levels, zones, areas, things like that. So hope you all had a good weekend. Hope you all had a good week in the markets last week. And let's get another one this week. So starting things off with SPY. And I think this will be actually, I don't think I had this last week, but this will be the first week where I'm going over 3 tickers now. So I have SPY, QQQ, and IWM. So I added QQQ. And I traded it a few times last week, and it was great. So I had literally probably my best trade in the last, maybe 6 months or more on QQQ. Last week on Friday, actually, it was awesome. So let's get into the level. So first things first, previous day high, previous day low, give me my first area of support and resistance to watch. You could see us bounce here, look for a bounce play down here, see us reject up here as well, which, look, we had Thursday's previous high. Where did we reject Friday? Same exact place. So I look to see a break of these levels for continuation down or up. So that's going to be looking at first. So here at this 475.22 area, if you will, up to 475.99, and then up here to this 478.67 level. Under that, I do have this temporary level here. So you can see this on the hourly. So this is just like why I have it in blue is I call it like just like it's not like a major level where I'm really think it's going to play out, because as you can see, we didn't really respect it here, didn't respect it here. We did get a little bit more respect over here on Friday, but we also had previous resistance, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, turned to support, almost support here, but then support back here on Friday as well. So, and it's also a whole cycle number. It's 475, 474.98, 475. So it is going to be key area. And I'm definitely, since it's so close to the support zone and so far away from my next support zone down here at 472.26, I'm liking calls above it and just puts below, right? So that's kind of my idea with that temporary level here. So we'll see. As soon as price either breaks it or whatever and doesn't respect it again, I'll most likely get rid of it. All right. Under 472, my next support is going to be down here at 471. And then under that, I have 468.28 all the way down here. And as far as resistance goes, again, we have Friday's high. But outside of that, we have our all-time high at 479.98. So let's head over to QQQ here. We'll get going with that. So again, really liking QQQ. I thought the price action was great. It was smooth, a lot of follow through. So yeah, I had a good time with it. Anyway, so let's go over 15-minute chart here. It's where I chart my previous day high and low. So we have our previous day high, which was right here in the previous other day's reject zone as well. Or sorry, one that I had already charted previously. Coming back from, looks like, I don't even know what the date is down here on this. Let's see. See if I can see the date over here. Usually you can see it up on the chart. No? Okay. No big deal. Whatever. But this previous resistance all the way across here, active resistance again earlier in the week, Tuesday, again on Friday. So that's going to be the first resistance I have on QQQ. Friday's high at this level here, which is around 411.18 all the way up to 411.60. So this zone up here. And then first support again down here at this previous day low, 408.15 area. And then I do have another one of those like temporary levels as well. Okay, this blue line here. So again, previous support, turn resistance, support again, and then again a bit more support over here as well. Okay, this 407.75. Right, we get support here, we get support here, support here, support here. So I know that we did rip through it on this other day here on Thursday, but again, that's why I have it as just like it's not like a green level for support or red for resistance or whatever. It's just like I put it in blue to remind myself that it's not necessarily like a major level, right? But anyways, resistance, support, 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 and so on. So we'll see. All right. If we do break below underneath, my next support is going to be down here at 404.21. Below that, I have support down here at 401.71. Okay. So I was going to be looking at a QQQ. Rejections, really outside of that, same thing as SPY. We just have the all-time high at 413. right? So reject this zone up here. If we break above that, I'll be looking for calls up to the next resistance zone at 413, all right? Lastly, let's go ahead, wrap up on QQQ. Actually, before that, real quick. Okay, I already went over that. The potential level on SPY. I'm just looking at my notes here. I have no fibs on QQQ. And then IWM, I actually did. So let's head over to IWM to wrap up with that. So starting on the 15-minute, same thing. It's going to be previous day high and low, which has been the Great Wall of China recently on IWM is this 197.12, this 197 or 15, whatever it is, right up here, 197.11. This whole zone has just been like a huge defense here for IWM. Come up, reject, come up, reject hard again, come up, reject hard again. So I need to see a break of this zone, potentially even this next resistance up here at 197.69, which is also a fib on the daily. We'll go over that in a second, to really take calls up to 201, which would be my next resistance. All right. So first support down here at 192.64. Below that is going to be 191.29, and below that is 190. However, this is a pre-market level, but because the support was so strong, I'm going to keep it. So I'm not going to just like, oh, we break this 191. I'm going to take puts all the way down to, 185. We did have this really strong pre-market support here last Friday, I believe. So I'm going to want to see that level break first. Okay. So going over to IWM, do have this one fib here. And again, I use fibs on like these daily charts and things like that, to line up with already previous support and resistance. So if we take this swing high here on the daily to our current swing low, what do we see? All right, we have the 61 fib lines up directly with that previous resistance level. Like you can't even see it on the chart right now because it's underneath. Like I can move the fib away. I go to this swing low. It's directly at it. So at 197.69, which potentially fake people out, right? So if we go down here to the hourly, if we do finally break this big resistance, I'm going to want to see us also break this as well because it's that potential 61 fib. I'm not just going to, take the breakout here and go long after 197, 0.12, 15, whatever. I want to see us break this resistance too, or potentially look for a reject play up here. All right. Again, I do use fibs on the intraday scale as well, time frames. I did that on Friday. So Friday had a really good trade, one of the best trades of the year using the Fibonacci. I actually came to the market a little bit later in that day, had a different schedule, and I saw that we had this major reject off the zone into the morning. We came up, and I knew just by looking at the chart, because I've seen this happen so many times, I knew that we'd be around, right, the 61 fib somewhere, right? As we came up, we rejected here. I believe it was the opening swing high down to, what was it? This wasn't this one. I need to actually take a look at what it was. Let's see. Was it this swing? I'll actually pause and find it real quick. All right, we're back. I was looking on the wrong day. I was looking at Thursday. It was Friday. It was just this swing high here in the morning, and to this swing low down here, the low of day. I came back into the market like here around like 10 a.m. or so, and I was like, man, that looks right to be where the 61 fib is. Look where we rejected 1, 2, 3, beautiful wicks with it too. Like I had confirmation on the 2, the 5, which you're looking at now, the 15, even the 30-minute chart. It was perfect because it was right at 10:30, right when I kind of got into the trade. So right at that 30-minute candle was beautiful, rejected under that 61 fib, and it was just a perfect play all the way down. I think I finished my trade somewhere around here. It wasn't the total end of the day, but it was, or as low as we got, but it was like, I think it was actually at the bottom of this candle here. Yeah, because on one of the charts I was looking at, I believe it was the 2-minute. I just wanted to see. I knew there'd be a bounce at the most likely the 200 EMA on the 2-minute. It was either 2 or the 15, and I exited my full position 150%. At the end of this candle here. And then it did obviously continue a little bit lower, but at this point, data did affect it. So the contracts are pretty much the same. But anyway, so that's going to be this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you got some value out of it, something to look forward to this week. And I wish you all the best in your trading this week, your business, careers, relationships, whatever it may be. And I'll see you all in the next watch list. Peace.